Brotherhood is one of the main relationship systems in Ghost Story Love Destiny, and honestly, I think its meaning really depends on the players. Like for some, it's their main team, the people they do all of their tasks and events with, while for others, it's more like a virtual family. It can be practical, sentimental, or just something fun to do with friends, or else. Either way, there's a bit of setup involved before you can officially become sworn siblings. In this video, I'll walk you through the whole process, starting with the requirements, a few things to keep in mind when forming your brotherhood, how the ceremony works, and what kinds of perks you'll get once it's all done. Okay, let's get started. First up, the requirements. Your character needs to be at least level 55 to join a brotherhood. You can only join one brotherhood at a time. A brotherhood can have a minimum of 2 players and a maximum of 5 players. And last but not the least, each member needs to have at least 5,000 friendliness with everyone else in the group. If your brotherhood will also be your fixed team, you'll have to think about your team composition. The classic team comp has a healer, a tank, some damage dealers, and a virtuoso. This is good enough for both bosses and PvP, but of course, you can adjust the members according to your playstyle. For example, I've seen some teams with double healers. If you won't be doing a lot of PvP, you can probably swap out the virtuoso for another damage dealer. Another thing to consider is your character level. It's best if you and your sworn siblings are all in the same level bracket, because there are some events that you can only do with other players of the same level bracket. Tournaments mainly, activities like Gauchangmei, sometimes I think even holiday events. So you'll definitely have to discuss with your sworn siblings if you want to stay in a certain level bracket or if you want to keep leveling up. But if your brotherhood is just for fun and you won't be teaming up with each other a lot, then you don't have to worry that much about your team comp or character level. Once you've found your potential sworn siblings, go ahead and add each other as friends right away and start working on building your friendliness. The easiest way to increase friendliness is by doing your daily activities together, like Dragon Rush. That way, you're making progress on your dailies and building friendliness at the same time. But if you want to raise your friendliness much faster, you can farm it by going AFK in places with mobs. So just create a team with the other people who will be in your brotherhood and go somewhere like Yang's Village. Just remember that all of the members of your team have to be in the same scene. That means you have to be in the same location and same line. For example, Yang's Village, line 3. And speaking of lines, choose the one with the least number of players so that your team can kill more monsters, which will help you gain friendliness faster. Yang's Village is a popular place for farming friendliness, but if it's too crowded, you can try going to Wilderness or Pooh's Village. Fun fact, in CN, farming friendliness is also called catching butterflies because of the butterflies in Pooh's Village. If you want to earn a lot of XP at the same time, then you can train. Hell is a popular training area, but you can also check out other places according to your character's level. These are Ghost Story Sprite's recommended training areas. If you find yourself dying quickly, you can try a lower level area. You can keep going lower until you find somewhere you can comfortably train. Another way to boost friendliness is by sending flowers. You can get them from some events or quests like Love Quest. They can be purchased from the Jade Mall or player stores, and if you have Bond, you can redeem roses from the Bonding Point store. To send flowers, just go to the target player's Dream Island, then click the Send Flower button. Just remember that the recipient must also be online when you send flowers for friendliness to increase on both sides. To check your friendliness with a certain player, click the friends icon at the bottom of the screen. Then go to Contacts and choose that player from your friends list, and you should be able to see your friendliness somewhere at the top part of the window. Once your team is ready and you have enough friendliness, it's time for the ceremony. First, you'll have to create a team. To do that, just click the Team tab. It's on the left side of the screen, right beside the Quest tab. Then a window will pop up and it looks like this. Click the Create Team button at the bottom part of the window. Then invite the players who will be in your Brotherhood. At the top right part of the window, there's this yellow icon with silhouettes and a plus sign. Just click that icon, then click Friends. Then you'll see a list of your friends. I think it only shows those who are currently online and not in a team. Click the Invite button next to the name of the players that you want to invite. They'll be in your team once they accept your invitation. Once everyone has joined your team, close the window and have them all follow you by clicking the Summon Follower button. Then open up the world map and go to Pooh's Village. Once you're in Pooh's Village, look for Chunyan. She should be somewhere around here. Talk to her to open up the grocery store and buy an orchid formula. It costs 200,000 banknotes, but only one of you has to purchase it. That person will be the captain of the team and initiate the ceremony. Once you've purchased the orchid formula, go to the altar, which is also in Pooh's Village. Make sure that your teammates are still following you. Then talk to the altar and select Sworn Siblings from the menu. A window will pop up. You'll have to input your birth date. So in the text field, type in the year of your birth. Oh, and it looks like you can choose any year from 1910 up to the current year. Below that, there's a drop-down menu and you can choose the month and day of your birth. You can probably use a fake one if you're worried about your privacy. I think it will only be used to determine seniority, like who will be the eldest, the second eldest, and so on. Then just wait for the other members to finish putting their birth dates. You might have noticed that there are boxes at the top which say waiting. Once your teammates have put their birth dates, you'll see their avatars in those boxes, and that will be arranged from eldest to youngest. Oh wait, I forgot to confirm. So I'll just let them all finish, then click the confirm button at the bottom part of the window. Okay, so it turns out that I'm the eldest. Once that's settled, you can set your Brotherhood name, which you should probably decide on before the ceremony. The format is blank, 5 blank, well, at least for the English version. So just input your desired Brotherhood name. There's a sample in the bottom, but I don't fully understand it, so we'll see if this will work. But some letters disappear, so I don't know. It's probably too long. We'll see. Once you're happy with your Brotherhood name, click the confirm button at the bottom. Yeah, okay, I messed up. So you'll see this text like an agreement or contract. You can read it if you want and just click the handprint button at the bottom. Wait, that's actually a fingerprint. Well, anyway, just wait for the other members to finish. Then there will be a cutscene. After the cutscene, you'll still have to wait a bit. Everyone will kinda take an oath. Okay, the ceremony is over and I unlocked the skill. Let's check it out. Go to Skills, select the other tab at the right, then Brotherhood Skills at the left part of the window. It's a passive skill. You can only get this skill if you're in a Brotherhood. if you want to change your Brotherhood name, talk to the altar again. Select Make a Common Brotherhood title from the menu. By the way, all of the other members of the Brotherhood have to be online too for you to be able to change your Brotherhood name. Just take all of them to the altar again. Once you're happy with the name, click the confirm button. You can also set an individual title. Just talk to the altar again, and this time select Make an Individual Brotherhood title from the menu. The format of your individual title will be your Brotherhood name dash your title. So for example, Crimson dash Veil. It also costs 100,000 banknotes. Let's check the title. Just click your avatar at the top left part of the screen, then click title at the top left part of the window that pops up. Then look for the social tab at the left part of the window. If you want to equip it, just click the equip button at the bottom part of the window. Your title will appear underneath your character's name. Now I'll show you one of the perks of being in a Brotherhood. When you do relive, your teammates don't have to confirm entry anymore, as long as everyone in the team is in the same Brotherhood. Another perk is that you can join each other's teams or add each other directly to your teams without needing any confirmation. I think that covers pretty much everything you need to know about Brotherhood. But if you have any questions about it or anything about Ghost Story Love Destiny, just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.